Afternoon, guys. I'm Dave Canterbury with Self-Reliance Outfitters and the Pathfinder School. What I thought we'd do today is look at another simple form of primitive navigation using the sun. And I've done several videos on shadow board type navigation. And this is one of my shadow boards that's got a hole in the center of it to put a gnomon in it. And it's been broken up into a 24-hour clock. So there are 15-degree increments around this circle. And it's nothing that you can't do fairly easily in the field if you had to, on a piece of paper, on the back of a notebook, even on a flat piece of wood if you had something to draw a circle with. And you could then bisect that circle and kind of guesstimate where things should be, dividing up 45s, which are pretty easy to eyeball, into 3 segments to get 15 degrees all the way around this circle. And you'll be fairly close. Once you have that apparatus, then you can do lots and lots of different navigation techniques with it. And I've shown lots of shadow board techniques. What I want to show you today is something that's really quick and dirty to give you a fairly accurate east-west line and northerly direction that you can do in just a very few seconds with a simple stick in the ground and counting hands down from the sun to estimate the time of day. If you have a watch, it makes it all the more easy. Stay with me. Okay, so the first thing that's important is that I drive a stick in the ground that's straight up and down that will throw a shadow long enough to cross this board completely. And then I need to look at the sun and count hands down, or look at my watch and figure out about what time it is. And if I count hands down, 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm looking at about 4 hours of daylight left according to my hands. I know that it gets dark about 8 or 8:30, close to 9 this time of year. So we're looking at somewhere between the 4 and 5 o'clock range. So I'm going to guess at around the 4 o'clock range for this demonstration. And what we're going to do then is we're going to take this board, and you can see that once we've divided it up, each one of these 15-degree increments is 1 hour of the day. So we have a 4 here if we're estimating it's 4 o'clock, and we have a 4 on the opposite side because we have a 24-hour clock. And if we take this board and orient it to where the shadow is crossing the 4 on both sides, just like this, and we lay our compass beside it for verification purposes, we will see that we are almost exactly at what would be magnetic north. So that means we're a little off of solar north because magnetic north has a declination of about 7 degrees. But if you remember right, we talked about it being probably between 4 and 5. So half of 15 degrees would be 7. So I'd say we're in a very good, close neighborhood to having a good northern direction, and as well as the other 4 cardinal directions as far as a guesstimation goes. This is a very, very quick technique that you can use once you understand how to utilize the board and how to count hands down to the horizon or up from the horizon during the morning hours to estimate the time of day. And if you have a watch, it's even easier. Okay, guys, well, I'm Dave Canterbury with Self-Reliance Outfitters in the Pathfinder School, and I just came down to the classroom to clean up after a class this weekend that we just finished this morning. And I thought, you know what, the sun's out. This is a technique that we taught in our class, in our basic survival class. So I thought I would go ahead and throw a video up on it for you today. I appreciate your views. I appreciate your support. I thank you for everything you do for our school, for our family, and for our business, all of our sponsors, instructors, affiliates, and friends. And I'll be back with another video as soon as I can. Thanks, guys.